Now they got to send a stinking cease and desist to that one too. They'd have to prove it's you both times. Again though, reality check it's not going to work for you making a lot of money if you just keep trying to infringe on other people unless you are prepared to put your fists up and fight in forums, because it's going to backfire. You're going to develop a bad name, and that's going to follow you whatever website you create. But all I want you to understand is, yes, you can research topics, go to Wikipedia, whatever, research how something works, through 3 or 4 or 5 different sites, research it, and then you can take what you've learned and put it up and not be afraid of anything. Go ahead, put it up, put it out. And if somebody says you're infringing, figure out how you're infringing. They're going to want to say your whole site, and you're going to say, no, 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 no. Then you need to outline how my whole site is infringing paragraph by paragraph. It's on their watch, because they must indicate proof to you that you're infringing something. And so then they turn around and sign and say, okay, really it's just this one paragraph here. They go, no problem. So you take it out, put some other filler in that's interesting. And then if they're going to say you're infringing, then they have to start all over again proving you're infringing. Okay? And you get to just continue running. So don't be afraid of producing content. Don't be afraid of taking a website and putting up your own version of the website. First, don't be afraid of the website frame. If I took it and dumped it, like I said, and put my own stuff into this frame, it's not invading anyone's anything. Okay? It has zero to do with copywriting. Second, if the images do not use somebody else's trademark, they're just funny little images like this, I guarantee you nobody spent money trying to patent this or copyright it or anything else as far as an image goes. Okay? And so I can start using that image or that image. And only if someone says I'm infringing and I say show me proof, and then they actually show me some proof that indicates the usage of this particular image by name or whatever it is, then they have some reason for me to quit using it, so I just swap it out with some other image. Don't be afraid of using pictures you find on the internet that are non-useful. How often do you go to websites and you keep seeing the same people appear? You know, the grinning lady or so, and somehow you think, man, she seems to be in every business. That's because it's just a stock photo somebody bought for $47. Never buy the $5,000 version where the company says, okay, now we'll take it down and not sell it to anyone else. That's crazy. Never base $5,000 on a stupid image. People aren't going to really mentally connect all that stuff up. You know, and they're never going to find the other ones probably. You know, usually not. And so don't ever do it. You're wasting your money. Never try to patent your website template. There is no magic layout on the page that's going to force people to buy. It's the content that matters ultimately. And then as far as the content goes, you can use virtually anything until somebody tells you that you're actually invading a copyright somehow, and then they have to show you how. By showing you proof of a registered copyright, blah, blah, blah. And unless they don't have jurisdiction over your geography, then they at least have a point, and you can take it down, put something else up. But the reality check is no one's doing all this stuff, because people constantly, I don't care what it is, automated Forex software, you know, unless you hear about them going to trade shows and showing it off and all this kind of thing, I don't care. I'm actually trying to find something kind of cheap. Like this, FAP Turbo Review. Do they have a copyright? Okay, it says this blog copyright 2010. Every time they write in the blog, they got to pay $30 more to get it recopyrighted, to get the new information protected as well as the old information. If the last time they copyrighted the blog was 3 days ago, and I used their information from yesterday and put it out, and they copyright it again in 2 more days, I may well be covered. Although ongoing things like blogs and newspapers and articles and things like that generally tend to be covered by another sort of copyright. Still, I can I can copy it and paste it on mine and change FAP Turbo to the name of my website and start using it until they tell me that there actually is proof that, or until they show me that I'm actually invading some sort of copyright. I can do it, and they cannot sue me. Okay? Now, if I knowingly continue in the face of being aware that I'm infringing a copyright, then they at least have a claim. I mean, then they could sue me, and they could sue me for sales losses and things like that. And don't even try to get into wars like that. Never produce content and feel so proud of it, and then if somebody else starts using it, try to war with them about it. Even if you're losing money, just create more content, new stuff. Most people will say this: you need to brand yourself. Why? Because you involve yourself in it. It's kind of hard to replace your voice in an audio or a video. It's kind of hard to replace the picture you use for your website in an audio or a video. They can't just copy your video and make it work for them, right? Unless they're an affiliate of this site and generally trying to sell this thing anyway. Other than that, you can use it until they tell you otherwise. All right? So I'm just making basic points because now that you know where that threshold is, you can step back conservatively and realize that you can feel safe producing your own content. Okay, you can go get some website design, yank out their stuff, put in your own. And going cross industry is the best way, or just go to a templates online, free templates, cheap templates, whatever. The more you spend on a template, the nicer it's going to look, website templates, and maybe for whatever, fitness, or anything else for business, whatever it is. And you can go look up all these different templates, be them free or some free, some, some not, but you can check it all out and see what it operates in. But you can actually get the template and the look and everything else, and you can say, I want that one, and it would cost me 27 bucks or whatever it is, 29, 28. But if I say I like that, I view it, I can just up and buy it. Open it in Dreamweaver and just start changing words around and making, copies of the other pages. The more pages, they're probably going to have a second page that comes with this for a standard page, not just the main. And then you can just start producing your content on it. Matter of fact, guys doing emoji runs, when you're some wild, what if you have like 4 or 5 top folders or 10 top folders, and you can go create like 10 different domain names. All right, get 10 different website templates. Even if you take them off other sites that are completely unrelated. All right, and then put the content for the model page into each of these different templates you get on these different domain names, and next thing you know, you're unleashing completely unique content from website to website, but you get to put 10 websites up. Talk about the possibility of canvassing Google's front page. Things like that are doable. So really, it's a hop, skip, and a jump to start creating your own content, get your own stuff out there. By the way, if you take somebody's information and create your own version of a site to sell their stuff, they're not going to stop you unless they're idiots. Because first of all, it cannot be copyright or patent infringement or trademark infringement if you're selling their stuff or using it to benefit them. It isn't. It breaks the first rule of the idea of an infringement. You're not infringing, you're benefiting. You can't show infringement if you take their stuff and create it and you did not change the terms and conditions of their program. If they said lose weight in 3 weeks, don't make it say lose weight in 2 weeks. Leave it lose weight in 3 weeks. Lose 24 pounds in 3 weeks, or whatever it is that they said. Don't change the numbers, but change the content, change the pitch, but sell their stuff. Change the non-material things that aren't material to the cost of the, or not material to the physical sale. Like I've had people say, they've just asked, how binding are testimonials when selling a thing? Generally speaking, they're not really binding. If some guy says it worked for me, that doesn't mean that you can say, well, it didn't work for me, and that guy said it worked for him, so the guy lied to me. That's one reason I don't really get into testimonials. I don't put them on my site because I believe you should understand my stuff before you buy it. And then you buy it because you realize how it's going to work for you, right? And you realize that everyone's results are different, and the more you play with it, the better you do. Just got off the phone with somebody who's to the point of making about $18,000 a month right now, and he's skyrocketing upward from there. And he started in TFAN like 2 months ago and started dabbling around and developing on it. And now he's flying sky high. He knows the TFAN and the Moji. In between selling Moji runs, he sold like 3 last week or some such thing for 7,500 bucks. He's just skyrocketing, all right, and doing the work, and he's taking people into different things. He's getting results. He's just going nuts. And that's one guy. I've had other guys that are having great results as well. It was just kind of cool to get that call. Just came in tonight. And so this is the kind of stuff we're doing, getting people to understand the value of what they're doing and how to do things that work. Okay, so anyway, That's all the stuff I had for you right now. Copyrights, patents, and trademarks, and why not to be afraid of producing content, generally speaking. Okay,